Hello everyone, welcome to our next lecture of power system operation and control. In this lecture we'll discuss about per unit representation of power system. You know, power system contains different equipment: generator, transformer, transmission line, as transformer, step up transformer and step down transformer. All these equipments are connected in a line. Okay, now these equipments work at different voltage and current level. Generation is at 11 kV, transmission is at different voltage level 220, 440 kV, and distribution at 11 kV, 33 kV. Okay, so we know all these power system equipment work at different voltage and current levels. Okay, and this is connected to step up and step down transformer which work at different voltage level. However, the presence of various voltages and power levels cause problem in finding out currents or voltages at different points in the network. Okay, because this works at different voltage and current level, so presence of this voltage, various voltages causes problem to find out one voltage level and one current level. Okay, so there is, to elevate this problem, all the system quantities are converted into a uniform and normalized platform. All these system quantities, whether it is voltage, whether it is current, whether it is impedance, are converted into a uniform and normalized platform, and this is called as per unit system. In per unit system, each system variable or quantity is normalized with respect to its own base value. One base value is considered, and depending upon that base value, this quantity or this variable is represented or it is normalized. The unit of these normalized values are per unit, and it is abbreviated as PU, not in volt, not in ampere, or not in ohm. For the analysis of electrical machine or power system, different values are required. You know it. Thus, per unit system provides the value for voltage, for current, for power, impedance and admittance. Per unit system provide the value for different parameters of a power system. The per unit system also makes the calculation easier as all the values are taken in the same unit, whether it is a voltage, whether it is current, whether it is impedance, all these values are taken at the same unit, and that unit is called as per unit. You know, unit of voltage, volt is volt. Okay, unit of current is ampere, unit of impedance and admittance is ohm. Okay, so all these parameters are converted into the same unit, and that is called as per unit, and this is the main advantage of per unit system. The per unit system is mainly used in the circuit where variation in the voltage occurs. Okay, in power system, you know, variation of voltage is there. Generation different level, transmission different level, distribution at different level. Per unit value of any quantity is defined as the ratio of actual value of the quantity to its base value. What is the formula for per unit system? Per unit system of any quantity is actual value of quantity in any unit divided by base value of the same quantity in the same unit. If it is voltage, then base value will be voltage. If it is current, base value will be current. If it is impedance, base value will be impedance. So that base value we have to find out, whether it is voltage, whether it is current, or whether it is impedance. It is expressed as in decimal, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 up to 1. Okay, when actual value is equal to base value, then it is 1. Okay, so it is represented in terms of decimal. In electrical engineering, the three basic quantities are voltage, current and impedance. If we choose any two of them as the base or reference quantity, the third one automatically will have a base or reference value depending upon the other two. Suppose if you take voltage and current as the base voltage and base current in the system, then the base impedance of the system will be Z is equal to V by I. The rating of the equipment in the power system are given in terms of operating voltage and the capacity. Okay, so that is in kVA. Okay, transformer rating is given in kVA, generator rating is given in kVA. Okay, therefore it is found convenient and useful to select voltage and kVA as the base quantity. So as most of the equipment is having rating in kVA and operating voltage, so these two quantities are selected as the base quantity. Okay, instead of voltage and current, it is selected operating voltage and capacity is selected as the base quantities. Let VB be the base voltage and kVA be the base kilovolt ampere. Then voltage per unit can be find out by V actual upon V base. Actual value upon base value, as this formula tells. Actual value of the quantity in any unit upon base value of the same quantity in the same unit. So voltage per unit is equal to V actual upon V base. The base current is equal to, this base current can be find out by, as we have selected two quantity as the base quantity, current, capacity and voltage. So kVA base into 1000 divided by V base will give you base current. Okay, so per unit current can be find out by actual current upon base current. Actual current in terms of ampere and base current is given, base current will be calculated from this formula, kVA base into 1000 divided by VB. Okay, so from voltage we got per unit current. Okay, now we'll calculate base impedance, base voltage upon base current, Z by I. Okay, base voltage is VB, base current will calculate, will put values of base current from this equation, kVA base into 1000 divided by VB. So the equation becomes VB square upon kVA B into 1000. So per unit impedance is actual impedance upon base impedance. Actual impedance in terms of ohm, base impedance is from this formula which we have calculated above, VB square upon kVA B into 1000. So it will be Z into MVA B, kVA into 1000 will be MVA B upon kV base square. Okay, kV base square. Okay, it is converted in terms of MVA. Okay, this means that per unit impedance is directly proportional to base kV and inversely proportional to square of base voltage. Inversely proportional to square of base voltage. Okay. Normally, the per unit impedance of various equipments corresponding to its own rating voltage and kV are given, and since we choose one common base kV and the voltage for the whole system, therefore it is desired to find out per unit impedance of the various equipment corresponding to the common base voltage and kVA. One common base voltage and kV is selected. Remaining all equipment are converted into that common base and voltages. Okay, that this we'll see in this lecture. We'll see one example, and in that example you will get clear idea how it will get converted into the common base and voltage. If the individual quantities are Z per unit old, base kVA old and V old, and the common base quantities are Z per unit new, kVA new and V new, then making use of above relation Z per unit new, this we have to calculate considering old value, Z per unit old, which will be given in the example. Okay, so kVA new, what we have considered as the base value, upon kVA old, the rating of that equipment, the capacity of that equipment, into V old upon V new whole bracket square. This is equation 1.23. You have to remember this equation because in example you have to use this equation frequently for calculating per unit values. This is very important relation used in power system analysis. Okay. Per unit impedance of an equipment corresponding to its own rating is given by Z per unit volt is I into Z by V. Okay, where Z is the absolute value of impedance of the equipment. This Z is the absolute value. It is given in terms of ohms. Okay, it is seen that per unit representation of an impedance of an equipment is more meaningful than its absolute value. Example, suppose I am telling 10 ohm is the value, is the rating, is the impedance of that machine, then this doesn't tell you the actual size of that equipment or machine. So a representation of that machine in terms of per unit values is more important. Okay, for large size machine 10 ohm appears to be quite large, whereas for small size machine 10 ohm is very small. Whereas for the equipment of the same general type, the per unit volt drop and losses are in the same order regardless of size. So per unit representation is important because this value, this absolute value will not tell you the actual size of the machine. With per unit system, there is less chance of making mistake in the phase and line voltages, single phase or three phase quantity. Another advantage of per unit system is that there is less chance of making mistake in phase and line voltages. Okay, and single phase and three phase quantity. Also, per unit impedance of the transformer is same whether referred onto primary or secondary side of the transformer, which is not in case when considering the absolute values of these impedances. We know that when we are considering transfer impedance referred to the primary side is different, while impedance referred to the secondary side will be different, but this is not case in case of per unit quantity. Whatever the value of Z per unit in terms of primary side, same will be for secondary side. Okay, this I will illustrate with in this slide. Let the impedance of the transformer referred to the primary side be Zp and that on secondary side be Zs. Then Zp is equal to Zs into Vp by Vs square. You know this is transformation ratio. Vp by Vs upon whole bracket Vp by Vs whole bracket square. Okay, we have to find out primary side voltage. Okay, where Vp and Vs are the primary and secondary voltage of the transformer. Zp is the Zp is the transformer impedance referred to the primary side. Okay, now Z per unit, Zp per unit, it is Zp into Ip, Zp into Ip, considering this formula, I into Z by V. Okay, so I into Z by V, Zp primary side, Ip primary side, Vp primary side. So Zp is represented by this formula, Zs into Vp by Vs whole bracket square, Zs into Vp by Vs whole bracket square, Ip by Vp. Okay, so this Vp, one Vp will get cancelled, will get Zs into Vp into Ip divided by Vs square. So Zs is Vs into Is upon Vs square. Okay, Vp Ip is Vs I. Yes. Okay, so it is Zs into Vs, one Vs will get cancelled, Zs into Is divided by Vs. So Z primary per unit is equal to Z secondary per unit. Okay, whatever on the primary side, same will be on the secondary side in terms of per unit. From this it is clear that per unit impedance of the transformer referred to the primary side Zp per unit is equal to the per unit impedance of the transformer referred to the secondary side. This is great advantage of per unit system of calculation. The base values in the system are selected in such a way that the per unit voltage and current in the system are approximately unity. Sometimes the base kVA is chosen equal to the sum of the ratings of the various equipment of the system or equal to the capacity of the largest unit. So what base value will consider? Generally generator will consider base kVA will consider the generator kVA will consider as the base kVA because it is having largest capacity. Or suppose we have 3 motors, then considering we'll add that, and that addition of that will consider as the base. Okay, so this is one of the method of calculating or considering the base value. The different voltage level in the power system are due to the presence of transformer. You know it. Therefore, the procedure for selecting base voltages is as follows. A voltage in case of transformer, a voltage corresponding to any part of the system could be taken as the base, and the base voltage is in the other part of the circuit separated from the original part by transformer is related to the turns ratio of the transformer. That means from transformer up to transformer will select one circuit. After transformer that will be another circuit. Okay. So while calculating per unit system, while calculating per unit values of the all power system, up to transformer will consider as the one part. After transformer will consider the second part, and this will be separated with the help of turns ratio. This is very important while calculating the per unit quantities of all the equipments. Say if the base voltage on the primary side is VPB, then on secondary side of the transformer the base voltage will be VSB. While VSB is equal to VPB into NS primary secondary side turns upon NP, where NS and NP are the turns of the transformer on secondary and primary side respectively. Okay, VSB is the secondary side base voltage. Okay, VP is the primary side base voltage. The secondary side will be separated, or it is calculated from the turns ratio. The example given illustrates the procedure for selecting the base quantities in the various parts of the system and their effect on the per unit values of the impedance of the various equipment. Okay, now we will see one example how to calculate per unit quantities. Okay, consider this example. We have 100 MVA, 33 kV 3-phase generator, and it has 15% of subtransient reactance. The generator is connected to the motors through transmission line and transformer. Okay, where the motors have rated input of this is have 30 MVA, 20 MVA and 50 MVA at 30 kV with 20% of subtransient reactance. The 3-phase transformer are rated as this 3-phase transformer rated as 110 MVA, 32 kV by 110 kV delta star. Primary side is delta connected, secondary side is star connected. Primary side voltage is 32 kV, secondary side voltage is 110 kV. This is first step of transformer. For step down transformer it is reverse. Okay. The line has reactance of 50 ohms. This transmission line having reactance of 50 ohm. Selecting generator rating, here it is given selecting the generator rating as the base quantities in the generator circuit, determine base quantity in other parts of the system and evaluate corresponding values. If it is not given, then largest value will consider as a base value, but here it is directly given selecting the generator rating as the base quantities. So generator rating is 100 MVA 33 kV. So this is selected 100 MVA and 33 kV is selected as the base values. Assuming base values are 100 MVA and 33 kV, this example you have to solve it. Okay, although I am explaining, but in live WebEx lecture you have to tell me. Okay, assuming base values of 100 MVA and 33 kV in the generator circuit, the per unit reactance of the generator will be 15%. This will remain same as base quantities for generator are same. The base values of voltages in the line will be 33 kV for generator side, 110 primary side, secondary side 32 kV. So in up to transform it is 113.43 kV. In the motor circuit, in the motor circuit, that means distribution end. In the motor circuit, this end. Okay, here it is 33, it is 33, and transformer is 32 by 110, 32 by 110. So in this line we are having 113.43 kV. Okay, in this line we are having 113.43. now this is step up transform. In motor circuit, we have to find out. In motor circuit we have to find out. Okay, so in motor circuit, 113.43 into 32 by 110. Okay, as it I'm telling, it is reverse. So it is, here it is 32, primary side is 32, secondary is 110. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, यहाँ पे उल्टा हो जाएगा 110 and 32. तो यहाँ का जो लाइन, ये जो मोटर सर्किट का वोल्ट ये है, मोटर सर्किट बेस वोल्टेज कितना रहेगा, 113.43 इंटू 32 डिवाइडेड बाय 110, 32 डिवाइडेड बाय 110, इट इज 33 kV. सो यहाँ का वोल्टेज लेवल रहेगा 33, यहाँ का वोल्टेज लेवल, ट्रांसमिशन लाइन का वोल्टेज लेवल रहेगा 113, इट इज़ 113.43. यहाँ का वोल्टेज लेवल रहेगा 113, यहाँ का वोल्टेज लेवल रहेगा 33. Okay, this we have calculated. Base values of voltage in the line will be 113. In motor circuit it is 33. The reactance of the transformer given as 8% corresponding to 110 MVA 32 kV. Therefore, we need to find out for 100 MVA and 33 kV. This 8% is given for this value. So, as we have selected base values of 100 MVA and 33 kV, so per unit reactance we have to find out by this formula. Z per unit new is equal to Z per unit old kVA new upon kVA old into V old upon V new whole bracket square. So 0.08 is the value, absolute value. 100 MVA is the 100 kV is the base, old is 110, 32, old is 32 upon 33 is the new. Okay, whole bracket square, 100 MVA. Okay, it is MVA, not in kVA, it is 100 MVA. Okay, 110, the rating of that transform is 8% corresponding to 110 and 32. So old is 110 and 32. 110 and 32. Our formula tells this. This is old, this is old. Okay. New 100 MVA and 33 kV. Okay. So we calculated, if you calculate, you will get this value 0.006838 per unit. Now per unit impedance of the line, base value of base voltage of the line we have already calculated. So using this formula, actual impedance upon the base impedance, actual impedance is 50 divided by base impedance. Base impedance we have calculated this. Okay, VB. So it is VB actual impedance upon base impedance, Z into MVA base in upon K VB square. So 100 MVA divided by 103.43 whole bracket square, we will get value of 0.3886 per unit. Okay, per unit impedance of a line. Okay, using this formula. Okay, now per unit reactance of motor 1, motor 2, motor 3. Here in transmission line we have only voltage levels. Okay, generator we have kVA rating, while motor we have also kVA rating. So here we will use this formula. Z per unit new is equal to Z per unit old kVA new upon kVA old into V old upon V new whole bracket square. For motor 1, motor 2 and motor 3. Motor 1, motor 2 and motor 3. kVA it is changed 30, 20 and 50. We got different values of per unit reactance. This is in the same unit. You can see generator per unit is this 100 MVA 33 kV. Okay, so it is 15% means 0.015, okay, per unit. Okay, for transmission line we'll get this value. Okay, for motor 1 2 3, for transformer we get this value for both transformer. Okay, so now reactance diagram of the system. For the example, look here, generator, its reactance 0.15 ohm. Okay, here J 0.06, J 0.38, J 0.06. Okay, so this is our reactance diagram. Diagram for this example. Okay, like this you have to solve the problem. Okay, thank you very much.